Yo, what's going on, guys? Evan Tanaka here, back with another video. Today's video we're going to be recording I Rate Your Team / Improve, episode 4. So in this series, guys, basically what I do is I get you guys to send me in your teams, and I give you guys a rating out of 10, 1 through 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, and I give you improvements and suggestions of what players and positions I think you should upgrade in your team. We are on the road to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. We're currently around 330. I appreciate all of your guys' support. I'll keep saying it in every single video. If you guys could subscribe down below, that'd mean a lot to me. I post two to three Myteam videos every single day, and I give one of the best no money spent tips and tricks on the platform, I think. Okay, guys, so this is my friend Crips. He comes to the Twitch stream. So this is his team. He's got 120k. So just to let you guys know, he's got 120k. We do have to rate the team. I gotta remember to do that. So out of 10, guys, I do like his team. There's a couple weak points being DeAndre Jordan. I'm not the biggest fan of. He's okay though. Draymond Green's pretty good. Jeff Green's okay. I'm going to give this team a solid 8. You do got Dale Ellis, you got Kawhi, you got Porzingis, you got Harden, you got Donovan Mitchell, you got Suggs. I'm going to give this a solid 8. There's definitely some improvements you can make. So I'm going to tell you that right now. So I'm going to give you an 8 out of 10. The first improvement I don't really like. So you got 120k. I would probably replace Kyrie Irving, and I would try to pick up a Fred. If you can get a Fred, that'd be nice. If you could get a Drew Holiday, that would be nice. Drew is very, very nice. Again, there's some other point guards I can suggest, but Fred and Drew are probably my number one option. So let's say we take around like 20k, 25k from those two guys. I think they're only around that. James Harden, I like. Dallas, I like. I'm not sure if I love Dallas at the 3, but for your team, I think he's going to have to play there because you only have James Harden, Donovan Mitchell. You can't really run Donovan Mitchell at the 3. Kawhi, I'm probably going to move Kawhi to the backup 3, replace Jeff Green, and then pick up a 4. Draymond Green, what I'm going to do is recommend you get Paul Silas. Guys, I know I'm gonna give the same person, but everybody, like, if you just want to know, everybody needs this Paul Silas card. It's a triple threat online card. He's literally one of the best cards in the game, badged up. I'm gonna recommend him for every single team. Like, every single team needs this card. Literally every single team needs this card. So I'm gonna start him, to be honest, and we're gonna pick up a backup 4. DeAndre Jordan, I don't like. There's not that many poppers in the game though, but what I would recommend is LaMarcus Aldridge. He's definitely better than DeAndre Jordan. And again, I don't think he's too expensive. He should be under like the 40. He should be around like the 30, 40, 50k range. I'm not sure about prices, guys, but this is definitely be 120k, under 120k for Crips. And then the backup 4, I'll think of a backup 4, but other than that, your team's really good, so let me think of a backup 4. So Crips, for your backup 4, you do have a bunch of different options you can go. If you want to go more expensive route and go probably the best route, I would go Josh Smith. But if you want to go a bit on the cheaper side, I would go Darius Miles, or I'd go Siakam. I feel like those are some really good power forwards. I would obviously recommend you go Josh Smith, but if you want to go cheaper, Darius Miles, again, is always a great option. Siakam's always a great option. And if you want to go even cheaper, you can go Draymond Green. He can still fit the role perfectly fine. I would rather Josh Smith or Darius Miles over Draymond Green. But if you really want to not spend MT there, I would keep Draymond Green. But I really, really like this team with the few additions I made. So thank you, Crips, for sending your team. As always, on to the next team. Next team here is my boy Nick. He sent it in on Twitter, of course. Let me just find where he said his MT. I don't know if he said his MT. So he's got 450k, willing to spend half my MT. Remember to rate it before. Yeah, no, I remember, Nick. Don't worry, I got you. So spend half your MT. So let's just say that's what, 170. No, 225. So let's just say 200k. Let's have a 200k budget. That's fine. Let's go to Nick's squad here. So Nick's got a very good team, guys. He obviously got Gary Payne, so he's really good at the game. He likes playing unlimited. He's definitely good at playing unlimited. His team, honestly, like, you don't really need to make an addition to it, but there's a few things that I know that he probably wants to make that I'd recommend. So for him, Bruce Bowen, I know he loves, but like, his starting lineup, guys, is literally perfect. Like, this is a start line. This is when I get Gary Payne and Paul Silas. This is gonna be the starting lineup I run. It's gonna be Gary Payne, Chris Simone, Paul Silas, Carmelo, and Dikembe. That's gonna be my starting lineup. My bench will look a little bit different, but kind of the same. So for him, I'm keeping that starting lineup the same. For me, it's just upgrading his bench. And there's two ways you could go about it. I like Porzingis. I like Glenn. Dale's fine. I think it's just gotta be Bruce Bowen, man. I think he just needs to upgrade Bruce Bowen. And I think, honestly, just going somebody like a Kobe or a Vince, to be honest with you. If he just picks up a Kobe or Vince, this team becomes I forgot to rate it, Nick. Fuck, my bad, Nick. My bad. I keep forgetting. Sorry. Rating, guys, it's got to be like a 9 out of 10, maybe even 9.5 out of 10. It's one of the best teams in the game. I'm gonna give it a 9 because obviously you can buy, like, actually I don't even know, man. I'm gonna give it a 9 though. Maybe a 9.25. It's very close to the best team in the game. I think getting a Kobe or a Vince though, I think that if you get a Kobe or Vince, I think it makes it a 9.5. Those guys are just a lot better than Bruce Bowen in my opinion. But other than that, man, like, I think LeBron's better than Glenn. But again, if you're going Kobe, it's all you're really going to be able to spend. If you go Vince, all you're really going to be able to spend. I even like Donovan Mitchell over Bruce Bowen, but again, I know you probably like Bruce Bowen a lot, so that's fine. Again, nothing too crazy to go with Nick's squad. His team is really good. But thank you, Nick, for sending your team. Here are my suggestions. You can do what you want with that. Appreciate you sending your team. On to the next one. Okay, guys, next team is here from Dodo. He didn't really specify his MT. I do see his 12K there. His lineup's really good, so out of a rating, I do not like Jermaine O'Neal. But everyone else I really like. Your point guards are good, your shooting guards are good, your small forwards are good, your power forwards are okay. Josh Smith is good, Draymond's pretty good. Your centers are ass, basically. So what I'd recommend is you try to pick up Porzingis. And honestly, for your team, just get DeAndre Jordan. He's better than Jermaine O'Neal. Okay, here's what you can do. So definitely get rid of Jermaine O'Neal. He's not playing in this team. Now here's the thing. You can just pick. Do you want Serge or do you want DeAndre Jordan? If you like poppers, go Serge Ibaka. But if you like insides or you don't really care, go DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan's definitely the better center. But if you're like me and you just need a popper, then go Serge Ibaka. But if you don't mind it, then go DeAndre Jordan. Again, I'm going to recommend you pick up Miles over Draymond Green. He's just better than Draymond Green at the 4, in my opinion. I'm just going to recommend that. And of course, I'm going to have to recommend Paul Silas. Again, he would start for you easily like that, and then your team would look like that. Again, I think your team looks really good like that. Again, you got a few positions you can work around here, but your team is really solid, Dodo. Thank you for sending in your team. You guys, the next team, I'm not sure if I'm saying the person's name right or whatever, but I put Javante. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's like I don't even know what his account name is. But he did send in his team 35 KMT. I think that's pretty much it. So we're gonna work with 35 KMT. I'm not exactly sure how much he has, but 35 KMT, you can do a pretty good amount with this team. But his rating, I'd give a solid. Like, there's no one in his team I don't like. I'm not the biggest fan of DeAndre Jordan just because he can't shoot, but I know he's pretty good. I'm going to give his team an 8.5. I'm going to give us 8.5, maybe like 8.25, 8.5 around there. It's really solid. There's nowhere really to upgrade, to be honest with you. Like, for 35K, there's nothing you can really do that's crazy. I mean, I would start Porzingis, of course. But, like, with 35K, man, I mean, okay, I'm just going to recommend Paul Silas over him. Again, Paul Silas over everybody. And then Paul Silas starting at the 4. But other than that, man, I don't know. Like, your team's really, like, okay, Kyrie maybe, you know, that's it. Kyrie, replace Kyrie for Fred. I didn't even see Kyrie, not Fred Brown. Fred VanVleet. So get rid of what's his name, Kyrie, and pick up Jrue Holiday or Fred VanVleet with 35 KMT. You'll easily be able to buy those. Get Paul Silas, and you should be good to go. So let me put Jrue Holiday in. So yeah, that team becomes a lot better in my opinion. Well, not really a lot, but well, Paul Silas and Fred, those are some pretty big upgrades compared to what you had before. So, yeah, Javante, if I'm saying your name right or wrong, my apologies, but thank you for sending your team. On to the next one. Okay, guys, the next team here comes in from Hudson. He says, 152K with Donovan Mitchell and Jason Richardson selling. I have Harden guard Ball because he has gold clamps and have Landry Fields for bench. Should I swap Kyrie for Anthony Simmons? We'll be answering that right now. Wrong team. But, yeah, okay, so he's saying Kyrie for Anthony Simmons. I mean, you have 152K with a couple people selling. No, you shouldn't replace him with Anthony Simmons. I would pick up Fred. Again, I know I'm giving the same guys, but there's not too many cards in the game, man. Like, these are the best cards, and these are like the 2 best budget point guards in the game. Start Fred VanVleet there. I forgot to rate your team, man. Your team's probably like an 8. I'd say your team's a solid 8 as well. So yeah, for point guard, I would do that. James Harden, Glenn Robinson, Melo. Your starting lineup's perfect there. I love your starting lineup there. That's a really good balance. And off the bench, Suggs is fine. Devin Booker's fine. Landry Fields is fine. Draymond, again, I'd recommend Paul Silas. But if you want to buy somebody and you don't want to pick up, if you don't want to go grind for Paul Silas, which it's not even that hard of a grind, but if you don't want to do it, then you could look at somebody like Josh Smith. He's really solid and in your price range. And then a backup center, I would look for Marcus Aldridge. He's better than Serge Ibaka, and he's in your price range, definitely. So I would definitely replace Serge Ibaka and pick up LaMarcus Aldridge, and then probably pick up Fred VanVleet. Those are the definitely things I would do, and then try to either get Paul Silas or Josh Smith for your backup 4. So your team looks really good there, man. I thank you for sending your team, Hudson. On to the next team. Okay, guys, the next team is from Snags, if that's how you say it. Wrong team again, Evan. Basically, so he's got about 20 KMT to work with here. Rating I would give. Not the biggest fan of Marquise Johnson. Everybody else is pretty good. I'm going to give this team a 7.5. Marquise Johnson just makes it kind of not the best. So first thing we're going to do is get rid of Marquise Johnson for sure. Again, guys, I know I'm giving the same motherfuckers, but you have to get Paul Silas. You just kind of have to. It's just a kind of a given. Paul Silas needs to be on your basketball team. Put him to starting lineup. That's a really good starting lineup. I'm going to, again, replace him with Suggs because Kyrie, I like Suggs over Kyrie, and I'm not even kidding to you guys. I like Suggs over Kyrie. So I'm going to recommend Kyrie over Suggs. Start Fred VanVleet. I like your starting lineup. Your bench, I'm not the biggest fan of Robin, but you might like him. Again, with 20K, you're really only going to be able to buy Suggs, and that's pretty much it. You're all you need to do. Just pick up Paul Silas, get Suggs. Your team should be good to go. Thank you, Slay, for sending your team. On to the final team. Final team comes in from that one Karen. If you come to Twitter, he sent in the photo saying 130K. So we got 130K to work with, and give a rating with the team. You got George Gerving, that's cool. I don't like TJ Warren. I'm not the biggest fan of Kyrie. Bob Cousy, I'm not the biggest fan of. He's okay though. I'm gonna give his team an 8. I'm gonna definitely give his team an 8. Again, I know, guys, I'm recommending the same motherfucking person, but he's literally one of the best cards in the game. You gotta get Paul Silas. So I'm okay with your starting lineup. I'm gonna get rid of him. Especially got 120K. We're definitely gonna pick up Fred. We're definitely gonna pick up Fred there from point guard. You got some more empty to work with. Your centers are perfect. I like your centers. I like your power forwards now. George Gerving is kind of shit, but we'll keep him in because why not? Bob Cousy's okay. Mitchell's okay. If you want to go a big upgrade, I'd probably get Isaiah Thomas. He's pretty cheap right now. He's under 100K, so you could definitely pick up Fred and Isaiah Thomas, and then you'd be chilling. So you definitely could do that. If you just want to, I think you should upgrade your point guard positions, and you'll be perfectly fine. So yeah, that was the last team, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you want to be in a future video, send me your team on Evan Tanaka. Send me your team on Twitter at EvanTanaka10. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.